Top 25 IELTS Cue Cards 2026 presented by Parveen Sir. Cue Card 1. Describe a place where you have taken photos more than once. You should say where the place is, when you go there, what you take photos of, and explain why you like taking photos there. One place where I have taken photographs many times is Niagara Falls, which is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Canada. It is located in Ontario, close to the border between Canada and the United States. I usually visit this place during holidays, weekends, or whenever friends or relatives come to visit Canada. Every time I go there, I take many pictures of the breathtaking waterfalls, colorful rainbows, and the surrounding natural scenery. The beauty of the flowing water and the peaceful atmosphere make every photograph look stunning. I also enjoy taking selfies and group photos with my friends and family because the background looks absolutely incredible. One thing I really love about this place is that it looks different in every season. During summer, the greenery and sunshine make the area look vibrant and lively, while in winter, the frozen surroundings create a magical view. Because of this, I never get bored of taking photos there. I like taking photographs at Niagara Falls mainly because the scenery is naturally beautiful and photogenic. The sound of the waterfalls, the cool breeze, and the fresh environment create a very relaxing feeling. Moreover, photographs taken there help me preserve wonderful memories of the time I spend with my loved ones. Another reason I enjoy photography there is that the pictures always look unique and attractive without needing much editing. Whenever I upload these photos on social media, people often appreciate the amazing background and natural beauty. Overall, Niagara Falls is one of my favorite places for photography because it combines natural beauty, unforgettable memories, and a peaceful atmosphere all in one location. Cue Card 2. Describe someone, a famous person, who is a role model for young people. You should say who the person is, what he/she has achieved, why he/she is famous, and explain why he/she is a role model. Famous person whom I consider a great role model for young people is Cristiano Ronaldo. He is one of the most successful and admired football players in the world. I have been following him for many years, and I truly respect both his achievements and personality. Talking about his achievements, Ronaldo has won numerous international trophies, league titles, and individual awards throughout his career. He has played for some of the biggest football clubs in the world and has broken many records with his incredible performance and goal-scoring ability. Apart from his success in football, he is also known for his fitness, discipline, and dedication to his profession. He is famous not only because of his exceptional football skills but also because of his inspiring life story. He came from a very simple background and faced many difficulties during his childhood. However, through hard work, determination, and self-confidence, he became one of the greatest athletes in history. The reason I consider him a role model for young people is that he teaches us the importance of consistency, discipline, and never giving up. Even after becoming successful, he still works extremely hard and continues to improve himself. Moreover, he motivates millions of young people to follow their dreams and stay focused on their goals. Another quality I admire about him is his confidence and positive attitude. He always believes in himself and encourages others to do the same. In my opinion, young people can learn many valuable lessons from his life, especially the idea that success does not come overnight. It requires patience, effort, and dedication. Overall, Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a world-famous athlete but also an inspiring personality who encourages young people to work hard and achieve their dreams. Cue Card 3. Describe a subject that you would like to learn in the future. You should say what the subject is, why you want to learn it, how you would learn it, and explain how it will help you. One subject that I would really like to learn in the future is psychology. It is the study of human behavior, emotions, and the way people think and react in different situations. I have always found this subject fascinating because understanding the human mind is both interesting and useful in everyday life. The main reason I want to learn psychology is that I want to improve my understanding of people and their emotions. Nowadays, stress, anxiety, and communication problems are very common, so I believe this subject can help me become more patient, understanding, and emotionally intelligent. In addition, psychology is also useful for building strong relationships and improving communication skills. I would like to learn this subject through a combination of online courses, books, documentaries, and educational videos. Nowadays, many high-quality learning platforms are available on the internet, so I think it would be convenient and effective to study from home. Besides that, I would also like to attend workshops or seminars related to psychology whenever possible. I believe learning psychology will help me in many ways. First of all, it can improve my personal life by helping me understand people better and handle situations calmly. Secondly, it may also benefit my professional career because communication and people management skills are important in almost every field. Moreover, it can make me more confident while interacting with others. Another reason I am interested in this subject is that it helps people develop a positive mindset and emotional balance. In today's fast-moving world, mental health awareness is becoming increasingly important, and I think learning psychology can make me a more knowledgeable and supportive person. Overall, psychology is a subject that I genuinely want to study in the future because it is practical, interesting, and highly beneficial for both personal and professional growth. Cue card 4. Describe a natural place, e.g. a park, mountain, or garden. You should say where it is, when you visited it, what you saw there, and explain why you like this place. One natural place that I truly admire is Banff National Park, which is located in the province of Alberta, Canada. It is one of the most famous and beautiful natural attractions in the country, known for its breathtaking mountains, crystal-clear lakes, and peaceful surroundings. I visited this place during my summer vacation last year with a few of my close friends. When I arrived there, I was completely amazed by the beauty of nature. I saw huge snow-covered mountains, beautiful turquoise lakes, dense forests, and even some wild animals in the distance. The fresh air and calm atmosphere made the place feel incredibly relaxing and refreshing. One of the most memorable sights was Lake Louise, whose blue water looked absolutely stunning under the sunlight. During the trip, we spent our time hiking, taking photographs, and enjoying the scenic views. I especially enjoyed walking near the lakes and watching the sunset over the mountains because the entire landscape looked magical. The place was also very clean and well-maintained, which made the experience even better. I like this place mainly because it gives me a feeling of peace and happiness. Modern life is often stressful and busy, so spending time in such a natural environment helped me relax mentally and emotionally. Another reason I admire this place is that it allows people to connect with nature and appreciate its beauty. Moreover, the atmosphere there is completely different from crowded cities because it is quiet, pollution-free, and full of natural charm. Whenever I think about Banff National Park, I feel refreshed and positive. Overall, it is one of the most beautiful natural places I have ever visited, and I would definitely love to go there again in the future. Cue card 5. Describe a risk you took that had a positive result. You should say what the risk was, why you took it, what happened, and explain why the result was positive. One major risk that I took in my life, which eventually had a very positive result, was moving to Canada for higher studies and better career opportunities. It was a huge decision for me because it meant leaving my family, friends, and comfort zone behind and starting a completely new life in another country. I decided to take this risk because I wanted to build a better future for myself and gain international exposure. Canada is well known for its high-quality education system, career opportunities, and multicultural environment. Although I was excited about this new journey, I was also extremely nervous because I had never lived away from my family before. Initially, life there was not easy at all. I faced many challenges such as adjusting to a new culture, managing expenses, improving communication skills, and dealing with homesickness. There were times when I felt stressed and uncertain about my decision. However, instead of giving up, I stayed focused and worked hard to adapt to the new environment. Gradually, things started improving. I made new friends, became more confident, and learned how to manage responsibilities independently. I also gained valuable educational and professional opportunities that helped me grow both personally and professionally. The result of this risk was extremely positive because it completely changed my life in a good way. It made me more mature, independent, and confident. Moreover, it opened the door to better career opportunities and helped me develop a broader perspective about life and different cultures. Most importantly, this experience taught me that taking calculated risks is necessary for growth and success. If I had stayed in my comfort zone, I might never have discovered my true potential. Overall, moving to Canada was one of the biggest risks I have ever taken, but it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. Cue card 6. Describe someone you know who made a good decision recently. You should say who the person is, what decision she made, why it was important, and explain why it was a good decision. A person I know who made a very good decision recently is my cousin, Aman. He is a hardworking and ambitious person who has always wanted to build a successful career abroad. A few months ago, he decided to move to Canada for higher studies, and I believe it was one of the best decisions of his life. He chose to pursue a course in business management at a well-known college in Toronto. Making this decision was not easy for him because he had to leave his family, friends, and comfort zone behind. Moreover, studying abroad requires a lot of financial planning, confidence, and adjustment to a completely new environment. Initially, life there was not easy at all. I faced many challenges such as adjusting to a new culture, managing expenses, improving communication skills, and dealing with homesickness. There were times when I felt stressed and uncertain about my decision. However, instead of giving up, I stayed focused and worked hard to adapt to the new environment. Gradually, things started improving. I made new friends, became more confident, and learned how to manage responsibilities independently. I also gained valuable educational and professional opportunities that helped me grow both personally and professionally. The result of this risk was extremely positive because it completely changed my life in a good way. It made me more mature, independent, and confident. Moreover, it opened the door to better career opportunities and helped me develop a broader perspective about life and different cultures. Most importantly, this experience taught me that taking calculated risks is necessary for growth and success. If I had stayed in my comfort zone, I might never have discovered my true potential. Overall, moving to Canada was one of the biggest risks I have ever taken, but it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. Cue card 7. Describe a tourist attraction that very few people visit but is interesting. You should say where it is, how you know about it, what people can see there, and explain why it is interesting. One tourist attraction that I find extremely interesting, even though not many people visit it, is the Thousand Islands region in Ontario, Canada. It is a beautiful area located between Canada and the United States along the St. Lawrence River. Compared to famous tourist destinations like Niagara Falls, this place is much less crowded, which makes it even more peaceful and enjoyable. I first learned about this place from one of my friends who had visited it during a summer vacation. Later, I watched several travel videos and photographs on social media, which made me even more interested in visiting it. Eventually, I got the chance to go there with my friends during a weekend trip. There are many beautiful things people can see there, such as small green islands, crystal clear water, luxury cottages, and even historic castles built on tiny islands. One of the most fascinating experiences was taking a boat ride through the islands because the scenery looked absolutely breathtaking. The calm water, fresh air, and natural beauty made the whole place feel magical. I find this tourist attraction very interesting mainly because it is peaceful and close to nature. Unlike overcrowded tourist spots, this place allows visitors to relax and truly enjoy the surroundings. It is also an excellent place for photography, sightseeing, and spending quality time with friends or family. Another reason I like it is that every island has its own unique charm and history, which makes the experience more exciting. The place feels hidden and unexplored, which adds a sense of adventure to the visit. Overall, Thousand Islands is one of the most beautiful and underrated tourist attractions I have ever visited, and I believe more people should explore this amazing place. Cue card 8. Describe a sport that you have watched but never played. You should say what the sport is, when you watched it, where you watched it, and explain why you have not played it. One sport that I have watched many times but have never played myself is ice hockey. It is one of the most popular sports in Canada, and many people are extremely passionate about it. I find this sport very exciting because of its speed, teamwork, and energetic atmosphere. I first watched an ice hockey match last winter when I visited a stadium in Toronto with a few of my friends. Since then, I have also watched several matches on television and social media. The live experience was absolutely incredible because the crowd was cheering loudly, and the atmosphere was full of excitement and energy. What I enjoy most about this sport is the fast pace of the game and the skill of the players. They skate so quickly on the ice while controlling the puck with great balance and coordination. I was truly amazed by their teamwork, fitness, and quick decision-making abilities. Although I enjoy watching ice hockey, I have never played it myself for several reasons. First of all, it is a physically demanding sport that requires proper training and excellent skating skills. Secondly, it can be quite risky because players often collide with each other, which may lead to injuries. Moreover, special equipment such as skates, helmets, and protective gear is necessary, and learning the sport takes a lot of time and practice. Another reason is that I never had the opportunity to learn skating during my childhood, so I feel it would be difficult for me to start now. However, I still find the sport extremely entertaining and enjoyable to watch. Overall, ice hockey is one of the most thrilling sports I have ever seen, and even though I have never played it, I truly admire the skill, energy, and dedication of the players. Cue card 9. Describe a long journey you had and would like to take again. You should say where you went, who you went with, what you did during the journey, and explain why you would like to take the journey again. One long journey that I had and would absolutely love to take again was a road trip from Vancouver to Banff National Park. It was one of the most memorable and enjoyable trips of my life, and I experienced it during my summer vacation last year. I went on this journey with 3 of my close friends. Since all of us enjoy traveling and exploring natural places, we planned this trip together several weeks in advance. The journey took many hours, but none of us felt bored because the entire route was full of breathtaking scenery. During the journey, we listened to music, talked about life, shared funny stories, and stopped at several beautiful locations to take photographs. We also visited small towns, enjoyed local food, and admired the stunning views of mountains, forests, rivers, and lakes along the way. One of the most unforgettable moments for me was watching the sunset near the Rocky Mountains because the scenery looked absolutely magical. What made this trip even more special was the peaceful and refreshing atmosphere. Away from the stress of daily life, I felt completely relaxed and happy throughout the journey. The road itself was smooth and surrounded by incredible natural beauty, which made traveling even more enjoyable. I would really like to take this journey again because it gave me unforgettable memories and quality time with my friends. Moreover, it helped me refresh my mind and appreciate the beauty of nature. Every moment of the trip felt exciting, adventurous, and full of positive energy. Overall, this road trip was one of the best experiences of my life, and if I ever get the opportunity, I would definitely love to relive those amazing moments once again. Cue card 10. Describe a piece of good news that you heard about someone you know well. You should say what the news was, who you heard it about, when you heard it, and explain how you felt. One piece of good news that I clearly remember hearing was when one of my close friends received his permanent residency approval in Canada. It was a huge achievement for him because he had been working extremely hard for many years to settle there permanently. I heard this news a few months ago through a video call. I still remember that day very clearly because my friend sounded incredibly excited and emotional while sharing the news with me. As soon as he told me about his approval, I immediately congratulated him because I knew how important this moment was for him and his family. The reason this news was so special is that my friend had faced many challenges during his journey. He had to balance studies, part-time work, and financial responsibilities while living away from his family. Despite all these difficulties, he remained determined and focused on his goals. Finally, his hard work and patience paid off. When I heard the news, I felt genuinely happy and proud of him. In fact, I also felt motivated because his success showed me that dedication and consistency can eventually lead to positive results. Later, we even celebrated this achievement with a small dinner party along with some mutual friends. Another reason why this news made me emotional was that I had personally seen his struggles and efforts over the years. Therefore, hearing about his success felt almost like a personal achievement for me as well. Overall, it was one of the happiest pieces of news I have ever heard about someone close to me, and it reminded me that hard work and patience are always rewarded in the end. Cue card 11. Describe an enjoyable journey by public transport. You should say where you went, what transport you used, who you traveled with, and explain why it was enjoyable. One of the most enjoyable journeys I have ever had by public transport was my trip from Toronto to Montreal during my winter vacation last year. It was a memorable experience because it combined comfort, beautiful scenery, and quality time with friends. For this journey, we traveled by train, which I personally think is one of the most relaxing forms of public transport. I went with two of my close friends, and since all of us enjoy traveling, the trip became even more exciting and entertaining. During the journey, we spent our time talking, listening to music, taking photographs, and enjoying the breathtaking views outside the window. Since it was winter, the entire landscape was covered with snow, and we could see small towns, frozen lakes, forests, and beautiful countryside along the way. The scenery looked absolutely stunning and peaceful. What made this journey especially enjoyable was the comfort and convenience of train travel. Unlike road trips, we did not have to worry about traffic or driving for long hours. The seats were comfortable, the atmosphere was calm, and we had enough time to relax and enjoy ourselves. Another reason I loved this trip was that it gave me the opportunity to spend quality time with my friends. We laughed a lot, shared stories, and created unforgettable memories together. The peaceful environment and scenic beauty made the entire journey feel refreshing and stress-free. Overall, this train journey was one of the most pleasant travel experiences I have ever had, and I still remember it fondly because of the beautiful views, relaxing atmosphere, and wonderful company. Cue card 12. Describe a film character played by an actor or actress whom you admire. You should say who the character is, what film it is from, what the character is like, and explain why you admire this character. One film character that I truly admire is Rocky Balboa, played by Sylvester Stallone in the famous Rocky film series. Rocky is a boxer who comes from a very simple background and struggles a lot in life, but he never loses hope or gives up on his dreams. The character of Rocky is extremely hardworking, determined, confident, and emotionally strong. Even when he faces failure and criticism, he continues pushing himself to become better. What I like most about him is his fighting spirit and positive attitude toward life. He believes that success is not about how many times you fall down, but how many times you rise again. Admire this character mainly because he inspires people to stay focused and work hard, no matter how difficult the situation becomes. His journey teaches valuable life lessons about discipline, patience, and self-belief. Whenever I feel demotivated or stressed, I often remember the character of Rocky because his story motivates me to keep moving forward. Another reason I admire him is that he remains humble and kind despite becoming successful. He values relationships, loyalty, and honesty, which makes his personality even more admirable. Moreover, his training scenes and motivational dialogues are extremely powerful and encourage viewers to improve themselves. I also think this character is realistic because many people struggle in life before achieving success. Therefore, audiences can easily connect with his emotions and experiences. Overall, Rocky Balboa is one of the most inspiring film characters I have ever seen because he represents courage, determination, and the idea of never giving up on one's dreams. Cue card 13. Describe a long-term goal you would like to achieve. You should say what the goal is, why you want to achieve it, how you plan to achieve it, and explain how you would feel after achieving it. One long-term goal that I would really like to achieve is to build a successful career and become financially stable while settling permanently in Canada. This is a goal that I have been focusing on for many years because I want to create a secure and comfortable future for myself and my family. The main reason I want to achieve this goal is that I believe financial stability and career success provide independence, confidence, and a better quality of life. I also want to support my family and give them a comfortable lifestyle. Moreover, Canada offers excellent career opportunities, a high standard of living, and a peaceful environment, which makes it an ideal place for building a future. To achieve this goal, I plan to continue improving my professional skills, gain valuable work experience, and remain consistent in my efforts. I also believe in continuous learning, so I want to take courses and improve my communication and technical skills whenever possible. Along with that, I plan to manage my finances wisely and stay focused on my long-term priorities. Of course, achieving such a goal is not easy because there is a lot of competition and many responsibilities in life. However, I believe that patience, hard work, and dedication are the keys to success. Whenever I face difficulties, I remind myself of my dreams and the future I want to build. If I successfully achieve this goal, I would feel extremely proud, satisfied, and emotionally fulfilled. It would give me a sense of achievement because all my hard work and sacrifices would finally pay off. Most importantly, I would feel happy knowing that I had turned my dreams into reality. Overall, this long-term goal is very important to me because it represents success, stability, personal growth, and a brighter future for both me and my family. Cue card 14. Describe a special meal that someone made for you. You should say who made it, what the meal was, when you had it, and explain why it was special. One special meal that I will always remember was prepared by my mother during my birthday celebration last year in Canada. She made my favorite meal, which was homemade butter chicken with naan, rice, and a dessert called gulab jamun. I had this meal at home with my family in the evening. Since I was busy with studies and work, I did not expect any celebration, but my mother wanted to make the day memorable for me. As soon as I entered the house, I could smell the delicious aroma of freshly cooked food, which immediately made me feel excited and emotional. The meal was absolutely delicious because everything was freshly prepared with great care and love. The butter chicken was creamy and flavorful, the naan was soft and warm, and the dessert made the meal even more enjoyable. We all sat together, talked, laughed, and spent quality time as a family, which made the experience truly special. The main reason why this meal was so memorable is that it was not only about the food itself but also about the emotions connected to it. Living away from home responsibilities and being busy most of the time, I rarely get the opportunity to enjoy homemade food with my family. Therefore, that dinner made me feel relaxed, loved, and emotionally connected. Another reason it was special is that my mother spent a lot of time and effort preparing everything according to my preferences. Her gesture showed how much she cared about my happiness, and that made the experience even more meaningful. Overall, this meal was one of the most special dining experiences of my life because it combined delicious food, family bonding, and beautiful emotions all together. Cue card 15. Speaking head. Describe an indoor or outdoor place where it is easy for you to study. You should say where the place is, what it looks like when you go there, and explain why it is suitable for studying. One place where I find it very easy to study is the Toronto Public Library. It is located near my area in Toronto, Canada, and I often go there whenever I need to concentrate on my studies or complete important work. The library is a modern and well-maintained indoor place with a very peaceful atmosphere. It has comfortable chairs, large study tables, bright lighting, and a quiet environment that helps students focus properly. There are also thousands of books, computers, and free Wi-Fi facilities available, which make studying much more convenient. I usually go there during evenings or weekends because those are the times when I can study without interruptions. Sometimes, I spend several hours there preparing assignments, reading books, or practicing English and IELTS-related tasks. The main reason why this place is suitable for studying is that it is completely distraction-free. Unlike studying at home, there is no noise from television, mobile phones, or household activities. The calm environment helps me stay focused and productive for a longer period of time. Another thing I really like about the library is that seeing other students studying seriously motivates me to work harder as well. Moreover, the comfortable atmosphere and organized environment make studying feel less stressful and more enjoyable. Whenever I study there, I feel calm, focused, and motivated. In my opinion, a good study environment plays a very important role in improving concentration and productivity, and this library provides exactly that kind of atmosphere. Overall, the Toronto Public Library is one of my favorite places for studying because it is peaceful, comfortable, and highly supportive for learning. Cue card 16. Describe your favorite place in your house where you can relax. You should say where it is, what it looks like, what you do there, and explain why you like it. My favorite place in my house where I can truly relax is my bedroom. It is located on the upper floor of my house near a large window, which allows plenty of natural sunlight and fresh air to enter the room. I spend a lot of my free time there because it is the most peaceful and comfortable part of my home. My bedroom is not very large, but it is neat, cozy, and beautifully organized. It has a comfortable bed, a study table, a small bookshelf, and a few indoor plants that make the room feel fresh and attractive. I have also decorated it with soft lights and some motivational quotes, which create a calm and positive atmosphere. Whenever I feel tired or stressed, I usually go there to relax. I enjoy listening to music, reading books, watching movies, or simply lying on my bed and thinking peacefully. Sometimes, I also sit near the window with a cup of coffee and enjoy the outside view, especially during rainy or snowy weather. The main reason I like this place so much is that it gives me privacy and helps me escape from the noise and stress of daily life. After a busy day, spending time in my room makes me feel calm, refreshed, and emotionally relaxed. It is also the place where I can focus on my studies and personal goals without distractions. Another reason I love my bedroom is that it reflects my personality and comfort. Since I have arranged everything according to my preferences, I always feel comfortable and happy there. Overall, my bedroom is my favorite place in the house because it provides peace, comfort, and a relaxing environment where I can recharge both mentally and physically. Cue card 17. Describe a bicycle, motorcycle, or car trip you would like to go on. You should say where you would like to go, who you would like to go with, what vehicle you would like to use, and explain why you would like to go on this trip. One trip that I would really love to go on in the future is a long car road trip from Vancouver to Banff National Park. I have seen many pictures and travel videos of this route, and it looks absolutely breathtaking because of the mountains, forests, lakes, and scenic roads. I would like to go on this trip with my close friends because traveling with good company always makes a journey more enjoyable and memorable. We all enjoy road trips, photography, and exploring natural places, so I think this experience would be exciting for all of us. For this journey, I would prefer to travel in a comfortable SUV car because it would be convenient for long-distance travel and perfect for carrying luggage and travel equipment. Moreover, traveling by car would give us the freedom to stop at beautiful locations whenever we wanted. During the trip, I would love to listen to music, take photographs, enjoy local food, and admire the stunning natural scenery along the route. I especially want to experience the Rocky Mountains and the crystal-clear lakes because they look incredibly beautiful and peaceful. The main reason I want to go on this trip is that I enjoy nature and adventure. Modern life is often stressful and busy, so spending time on a peaceful road trip surrounded by natural beauty would help me relax mentally and emotionally. Another reason is that road trips create unforgettable memories and strengthen friendships. I also think such a journey would give me a feeling of freedom and excitement because traveling by road allows people to enjoy every part of the journey instead of only focusing on the destination. Overall, this is a trip that I have always dreamed about because it combines adventure, relaxation, friendship, and the beauty of nature all together. Cue card 18. Describe a program or app on your computer or phone. You should say what the program or app is, when you started using it, what you use it for, and explain why you like it. One application that I use very frequently on my phone is Google Maps. It is a navigation and location-based app that helps people find places, get directions, and check traffic conditions in real time. I have been using this app for many years, and it has become an essential part of my daily life. I mainly use Google Maps whenever I travel to new places or need to find the fastest route to a destination. It is especially useful in large cities because it provides accurate directions and helps avoid traffic jams. Apart from navigation, I also use it to search for restaurants, shopping malls, petrol stations, and tourist attractions nearby. One of the features I like most about this app is live traffic updates. It shows which roads are crowded and suggests alternative routes, which saves a lot of time. Another helpful feature is that it gives voice navigation, so I can travel comfortably without constantly looking at my phone screen. I really like this application because it is extremely convenient and reliable. Before using Google Maps, people often had to ask strangers for directions, which was time-consuming and sometimes confusing. However, now traveling has become much easier and stress-free. Another reason I appreciate this app is that it helps me explore new places confidently. Whenever I visit a different city or tourist attraction, I can easily navigate without worrying about getting lost. It also helps me discover interesting cafes, parks, and famous landmarks nearby. Overall, Google Maps is one of the most useful applications I have ever used because it is accurate, time-saving, easy to use, and highly practical in everyday life. Cue card 19. Describe a crowded place you have visited and enjoyed. You should say where the place was, when you visited it, who you went there with, and explain why you enjoyed being there. One crowded place that I visited and truly enjoyed was Times Square. It is one of the most famous tourist attractions in the world and is always filled with thousands of people from different countries. I visited this place during my summer vacation last year with a few of my close friends. When I first arrived there, I was amazed by the bright digital billboards, colorful lights, huge shopping stores, and energetic atmosphere. The entire area was crowded with tourists, street performers, photographers, and local people. Even though there were so many people around, the place felt exciting rather than uncomfortable. During my visit, I walked around the streets, explored different shops, watched live performances, and took many photographs with my friends. The night view was especially unforgettable because the entire area looked vibrant and full of life. I also enjoyed trying some street food while listening to music and watching people from different cultures. I enjoyed being there mainly because of the lively atmosphere and positive energy. Usually, crowded places can feel stressful, but Times Square was different because everyone seemed cheerful and excited. It felt like the heart of the city where something interesting was happening every moment. Another reason I liked this place was that it gave me the opportunity to experience the culture and lifestyle of a world-famous city. Moreover, spending time there with friends made the experience even more memorable and entertaining. Overall, Times Square was one of the most crowded yet enjoyable places I have ever visited because of its energy, entertainment, and unforgettable atmosphere. Cue card 20. Describe a sportsperson you know about. You should say who the person is, how you learned about them, what sport they are known for, and explain why you find this person interesting. One sportsperson that I know quite well is Virat Kohli. He is one of the most popular and successful cricketers in the world and is widely admired for his exceptional batting skills and leadership qualities. I first learned about him through television when I started watching international cricket matches with my family. Later, I followed him on social media, watched interviews, match highlights, and read articles about his career journey. Over time, I became more interested in his personality and achievements. Virat Kohli is mainly known for cricket, especially for his outstanding batting performance in international matches. He has broken numerous records, captained the Indian cricket team, and won many important matches for his country. Apart from his sporting success, he is also famous for his remarkable fitness level and disciplined lifestyle. The reason I find him so interesting is that he is not only talented but also extremely hardworking and dedicated. He constantly pushes himself to improve, even after achieving massive success. His commitment to fitness, practice, and mental strength is truly inspiring. Another thing I admire about him is his passion and competitive spirit. He plays with great energy and confidence, which makes watching him exciting and motivating. Despite facing criticism and pressure at different stages of his career, he remained focused and continued performing at a high level. I also think he is an excellent role model for young people because his journey teaches valuable lessons about discipline, consistency, and self-belief. He proves that success does not come from talent alone, it also requires determination and hard work. Overall, Virat Kohli is a sportsperson I genuinely admire because of his achievements, dedication, and inspiring personality, which make him both interesting and influential. Cue card 21. Describe a famous person you know about. You should say who the person is, how you know about them, what they are famous for, and explain why you find this person interesting. One famous person that I know about and find extremely interesting is Elon Musk. He is one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world and is widely known for his innovative ideas and ambitious projects. I first learned about him through news articles, social media, and technology-related videos. Later, I watched documentaries and interviews about his life, career, and achievements, which made me even more curious about his personality and vision. He is mainly famous for his work in the fields of technology, electric vehicles, and space exploration. He is associated with major companies such as Tesla and SpaceX, which focus on electric cars, renewable energy, and advanced space technology. His projects are often discussed worldwide because they aim to shape the future of transportation and science. The reason I find him interesting is that he thinks differently from ordinary people. He is known for taking big risks and working on ideas that many people initially considered impossible. Despite facing failures and criticism, he continued pursuing his goals with determination and confidence. Another thing I admire about him is his innovative mindset and problem-solving ability. He encourages people to think creatively, work hard, and focus on long-term goals instead of short-term success. His journey shows that achieving extraordinary results requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to take risks. Although not everyone agrees with all of his decisions, I still find him fascinating because of his futuristic vision and remarkable achievements. He has influenced industries like technology, automobiles, and space research in significant ways. Overall, Elon Musk is a famous person I genuinely find interesting because of his creativity, ambition, and determination to bring new ideas into reality. Cue card 22. Describe a time when you had to fix something. You should say what it was, why it was broken, how you fixed it, and explain how you felt after you repaired it. One time when I had to fix something was a few months ago when my laptop suddenly started working very slowly and frequently froze while I was using it. Since I use my laptop regularly for studying, work, and watching videos, this problem became quite frustrating for me. The main reason it was not working properly was that the storage had become almost full, and there were too many unnecessary files and background applications running at the same time. In addition, I had ignored several software updates, which made the system performance even worse. Instead of immediately taking it to a repair shop, I decided to try fixing it myself. First, I watched a few online tutorials and searched for solutions. Then, I deleted unwanted files, removed unused applications, cleared temporary data, and updated the operating system. After that, I restarted the laptop and checked its performance. Fortunately, the problem was solved, and the laptop started working much faster and more smoothly. Although fixing it took time and patience, the experience was quite satisfying. I had to be careful because I was worried about deleting important files or making the problem worse. However, everything worked out successfully in the end. After repairing it, I felt extremely proud, relieved, and happy because I managed to solve the problem on my own without spending money on technical support. It also gave me more confidence in handling small technical issues independently. Overall, this experience taught me the importance of maintaining electronic devices properly and showed me that with a little research and patience, many everyday problems can be fixed quite effectively. Cue card 23. Describe a person you know who always helps others. You should say who this person is, how you know them, what they do to help other people, and explain why you think this person is willing to help others. One person I know who always helps others is my mother. She is one of the kindest and most caring people I have ever met, and I have known her, of course, all my life. She has always been someone who is ready to support others, whether they are family members, neighbors, friends, or even strangers. My mother helps people in many different ways. Within our family, she takes care of everyone and offers emotional support whenever someone is stressed or facing difficulties. Apart from that, she often helps neighbors by giving practical advice, sharing food during special occasions, or assisting elderly people with daily tasks. I have personally seen many situations where people approached her for guidance or support. For example, if someone in our neighborhood is sick or going through a difficult period, she does not hesitate to visit them, encourage them, or help in whatever way she can. Her willingness to help is truly admirable. I think the main reason she is always willing to help others is her compassionate and generous personality. She genuinely believes that helping people creates stronger relationships and makes society better. Moreover, she finds happiness in seeing others smile or overcome their problems. Another reason could be the values she learned from her parents and life experiences. She often says that kindness does not cost anything, but it can make a huge difference in someone's life. I believe this mindset influences her actions greatly. I deeply admire and respect her because she teaches me the importance of empathy, kindness, and human connection through her everyday behavior rather than just words. Overall, my mother is a person who consistently helps others because of her caring nature, positive attitude, and strong belief in supporting people whenever possible. Cue card 24. Describe an interesting activity that takes place regularly in your city's town. You should say what the activity is, when and where it happens, who takes part in it, and explain why you find this activity interesting. An interesting activity that takes place regularly in my city is a weekend farmers market held in downtown Toronto. It is a lively community event where people gather to buy fresh food, explore local products, and enjoy a pleasant social atmosphere. This activity usually takes place every Saturday morning in an open public square in the downtown area. The market is filled with colorful stalls selling fresh fruits, vegetables, baked goods, flowers, handmade crafts, and local snacks. There is often live music playing in the background, which makes the environment even more energetic and enjoyable. Many different people take part in this activity. Local farmers and small business owners come to sell their products, while families, students, tourists, and working professionals visit the market to shop or simply spend time there. I usually go there with friends or family members, especially during warmer months. What makes this activity interesting for me is the vibrant atmosphere and strong sense of community. It is not just a place for shopping, it is also a social event where people interact, support local businesses, and experience different cultures through food and music. Another reason I find it fascinating is that I enjoy trying fresh homemade products and discovering unique items that are not usually available in supermarkets. Moreover, the live performances and cheerful crowd make the place feel lively and welcoming. Overall, the weekend farmers market is one of the most enjoyable regular activities in my city because it combines culture, entertainment, food, and community spirit in one place. Cue card 25. Describe a special talent of yours. You should say what the talent is, when you discovered it, how you have developed or used it, and explain why this talent is special to you. One special talent that I believe I have is public speaking and communication. I am quite comfortable expressing my ideas clearly, speaking in front of people, and explaining topics in an engaging way. This talent is especially useful in both my professional and personal life. I first discovered this ability during my school and college days when teachers often asked me to participate in presentations, debates, and speaking activities. I noticed that I could explain ideas confidently and make complex topics easier for others to understand. Over time, I realized that communication was one of my strengths. I developed this talent through regular practice and real-life experience. I worked on improving my vocabulary, pronunciation, confidence, and speaking style. I also used this skill while teaching, giving presentations, and creating educational content. The more I practiced, the more natural and effective my communication became. I have used this talent in many situations, such as helping students understand difficult concepts, motivating people, and sharing ideas through discussions or presentations. Good communication has also helped me build better relationships and express myself more confidently. This talent is very special to me because it has positively influenced my personality and career growth. It allows me to connect with people, share knowledge, and inspire others. Moreover, strong communication skills are valuable in almost every field of life. Another reason I value this talent is that it gives me confidence and helps me handle challenging situations more effectively. Whenever I successfully explain something or receive positive feedback from others, I feel extremely satisfied and motivated. Overall, public speaking and communication are special talents that I deeply appreciate because they help me learn, teach, grow professionally, and interact meaningfully with people around me. For professional IELTS class. If you want to achieve a guaranteed band 8 to 9. Helpline and WhatsApp no +91 94634 37357. You can also join our new IELTS Speaking WhatsApp group for more beneficial help, guidance, and regular practice.